right, you know what I'm talking about? Thanks so much, you guys are very nice. I just got married recently, check it out, married. You see that? Yeah, thanks so much. Isn't that nice? Some beautiful, intelligent woman saw me and thought, oh neat, a project, you know? What a lucky duck, you know? I like it though, I like having the wedding ring, right? Because now, when I smile like a pretty lady and she doesn't smile back, I could just be like, she probably saw the wedding ring, right? It's not because I look like some janitor that found a nice shirt in the garbage can. It's the wedding ring. Yeah, but my wife is like super fit and like health conscious, right? Which I am not, obviously. Like, look at me, I've got the body of a Mario brother, you know what I mean? But this is how we're different. Like each day, she'll go for like an hour-long run, right? Whereas I go for an hour-long nap on the couch, yeah? But we get the same results from both. Like when she comes home, she's like, oh, I feel amazing. And I'm like, so do I. Yeah? And we're both covered in sweat. Yeah, true love. And she can do this for dinner, right? This is how crazy she is. She can eat just a salad. That's it. You hear what I'm saying? Just a salad, case closed. What are you talking about? That's it. No meat, no hot sauce, just a salad. That's crazy to me. She'll eat what comes beside my dinner just for dinner. Like that's it, that's nuts. Eating just a salad is depressing, right? It's bleak. When we eat just a salad, we act like we're being watched by a dystopian government, right? Like Sector 8, finish your tomato. We're like, okay, you know? And then everyone else in Sector 8 is like, come on, man, finish it. You want to spend the night in the chamber of snakes, you know? That's what she's like. She's healthy, she's a health nut. And so now, you know, I have a guilt complex about eating junk food all the time, and it drives me nuts. Like recently this happened. It's embarrassing. I had this craving, I couldn't quit it. It was for chicken McNuggets, right? And I couldn't quit it. And I walked up to the Mc counter or whatever, right? And I ordered 10 McNuggets with honey sauce and barbecue sauce in it. And then I grabbed the bag and split, right? Because I don't know what you guys do in Montreal, but in Toronto, where I'm from, you don't eat by yourself in a McDonald's, right? Like if you're by yourself in a McDonald's, then everyone else there thinks you're missing from some hospital, right? They're like, should we help this guy? That McNugget's been in the honey for 5 minutes, you know? And then you hear him, you're like, I'm soaking up the flavor, you know? Mind your bees. So I grabbed the McNuggets to split, like I said, eat them somewhere else. I forget where, like the dark shadows or whatever. And as I'm going to eat them somewhere else, I'm jaywalking across this busy street. And as I'm jaywalking, this thought hits me. I'm like, holy crow. What if a car hits me right now and this is how they find me? Right? Just some schlubby guy with chicken McNuggets strewn all over his dead body and the honey sauce teetering on the tip of my nose. And then everyone on the street sees that and they're like, oh my God, look what happened to that simple man. Someone notify his caregiver, let them know there's been an incident, you know? Like that's embarrassing to me, right? That's not how I want to die, right? I want to die a cool way, right? Like by playing a guitar solo for too long or something. You know what I mean? Just like, peace, you know, like. But that's how I feel. So now, especially with my healthy wife at home all the time, I have this major guilt complex, and she doesn't project that onto me. That's all me. I'm nuts, right? That's just me doing that. And it's bad. Like this, for real, this happened recently. She went out for like one of her hour-long runs, being awesome and fit, right? And while she was out doing this run, seriously, what I did was I went to the corner store and I got a big bag of barbecue chips. And then I just inhaled the whole thing in front of my computer like a nice autumn breeze, all right? I was just like, it's gonna be a nice winter, you know what I mean? And then of course, after I did that, I felt guilty and I crumpled up the chip bag and I not only put it in the garbage, but I hid it underneath other pieces of garbage like a drug addict. Like, oh, I'll put the soup can here so she'll never see it. And then when she comes home, I'm feeling terrible, and I'm dusting the crumbs off the crime scene, you know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, hey, how was the run? You feel good or whatever? And she's like, oh, yeah, I feel amazing. I feel great, you know, just feel totally awesome. My life rules or whatever. And She's like, but I'm famished. I haven't had lunch. Have you had lunch yet? You know, and so now, I start feeling terrible. I'm like, yeah, unfortunately, I had a few salads, right? And I ate a head of kale. Does kale come as a head? That's what I found, a head of kale, and I ate the whole thing. Unfortunately, I ate that. Right? But now as I'm lying, I feel double guilty. And so now all I can hear is the beating of the chip bag coming from the garbage can like the telltale heart. Like it's just like, shh, shh, shh. Like, I'm in the garbage can, you know? And I just want to be like, shut up, you know, but I don't say that, so finally I'm like, I gotta get this off my chest, I gotta tell her. So I say to her, look, you know what? There's something I have to tell you for real, and I feel terrible about it, but I need to get off my chest, and I need you to listen, okay? And then, not thinking, of course, when you say something like that to your wife, all the color drains from her face, and she's like, oh my God, what? What is it? And I'm like, well, while you're out running around town being awesome and high-fiving everyone else that rules or whatever, I ate a whole big bag of barbecue chips, and I feel terrible about it. Right? But I feel better now. Thanks for listening. That's what I thought, case closed, right? But then she was like, are you nuts, man? This is about a snack? I thought you had sex with another woman. Don't tell me that story ever again unless barbecue chips is the name of a slut. You know? All right, guys, you guys are awesome. Thanks so much.